While we're here tonight, and Miss Quinn Conyers, please let the people know what the complexion conversation is all about. The complexion conversation, such a topic that people want to know about. I'm pretty sure if you saw the advertisements on Facebook or Twitter, you're trying to figure out what exactly is a complexion conversation. What are they going to talk about? What can we tweet about? Well, let's just say we are going not to keep you in the dark any longer. And it's interesting how we came up with this topic, and I'm pretty sure once or twice or maybe even 3 times in your life, you personally have been, I guess, a victim or a honoree of the complexion conversation. But I remember when I was younger especially, I was told that I was very pretty for a dark-skinned girl. I didn't know how to take that. Like, is that a compliment? Is that an insult? Like, should I feel some type of way? But on the reverse, I found out that I wasn't the only one. I found that there were a lot of dark-skinned women who had complexion issues. So we decided that HerStyleTv really does focus on beauty, business, entertainment, and lifestyle for young, diverse, professional women. And we make it our job every Tuesday night to discuss certain topics in that realm, but also bring you something live and real so you can see that we are our faces behind the voices. So the complexion conversation is just that. We're talking about light skin, we're talking about dark skin. And it's not just an African American conversation as well, because there are some races that have light and dark, like Hispanics, Latinos. So with watching the documentary, we want to just kind of have some conversation pieces about it. And one of the first things that I'd like to throw out there is that one of the ladies stated that the division of the complexion started with slavery between dark skin and the light skin. And I guess my question is, do you feel like that's true? It's with the African American culture, that is where it initially started. Let me start with my co-host, Quinn. Absolutely. I mean, if you think about our history, we have been divided as a people since the beginning of time. So, like they mentioned in the video, if you were lighter, you were in the house. If you were darker, you were in the field. And it's interesting because I've had this conversation before I was a part of HerStyle with other people. And one of my really good friends is light skinned. And I remember she was saying that, we talking about complexion or whatever, and I had my issues. I still may do a dark thing called chocolate chicks for dark skinned women, so they can empower and love themselves. And I was like, you know, it's interesting because I think every dark skinned girl goes through the I wish I was a little bit lighter phase in her life. And she said, you know, it's interesting because dark women swear that they are the only ones who want anything. She said, when I was younger, I hated being light skinned. And I said, why? She said, because every day dark skin. Okay, does the complexion conversation, does it affect women or men more? Do men think about their complexion? I pose this to the gentleman. He says no. He says no. No. I'm going to, no, go ahead. Go ahead, Quinn. I'm going to disagree. Uh-oh. And I'm not a man. No, but I'm going to disagree. I'm not a man. But I'm going to disagree. And the reason why I think that men now probably embrace themselves is because I think that darker skinned men are now embracing. We'll talk, I'm not going to go into that a little bit more. Yeah. But I feel like in the past, if you were light skinned with curly hair, you were in love with yourself being a man. It wasn't until Wesley Snipes, Tyson Beckford, Idris Alba stepped on the scene that black men was like, oh, you know, you got a comment? Okay.
I have always felt like that because I was up in Aussie white school, so I was like, okay, you know, that was the picture perfect of the girl next door, blonde hair, blue eyes, you know, fair skin, and I'm like, well, yeah, this whole chocolate thing, I don't look anything like this. So I'm like, I'm not pretty. And then I'm like, it's always been that way of even being light skinned. Like, even if you're light skinned and have long, wavy, pretty hair, I always felt that I was like the odd man out. Like, I'm not pretty as everybody else.
And the issue that he has with being around dark complected men, and I always hear him say that they don't like to befriend him quickly because they feel like he's going to steal their thunder sometimes. Because he feels like he's just like them, but they feel intimidated sometimes. Wow. And I've noticed that we've gone out and some guys don't gravitate to him.
Really? Is he light skinned?
He's light skinned. Okay. Yeah, they don't gravitate to him as quickly as they would a darker complected person. Okay. So I think it's an issue.
I have seen that.
Women contribute to it just as much. So
okay. Okay, wait a minute.
Mainly because it depends on the era. I mean, when you had the Audi Short era, light skin was in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
Unibrow brand too. Unibrow.
as you say now, here this is in. So dark skin brothers are, they're with it right now. But for guys, it was never the complexion. It was just more of just who was in at the time. Light skin brothers making a comeback and things like that. That was kind of the tone for that. But then when you're in the middle, I mean, such as me, I mean, I'm Puerto Rican and black. So no one ever sees the difference in complexity for me in that sense. So I've never gone through the light skin brother stage or the dark skin brother stage.
So you're with
women definitely contribute to what they see and what they like.
I think the complexion conversation hurts even more because it's your own.
You make me want a Hershey's kiss, your licorice. Every time I see your lips, it makes me think of honeycomb.